Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Stuart.
And I'm Francis.
And we're going to be talking you through today our surprise proposal.
So me and Stuart have been together for about
11 years this very month.
11 years, can you even
That is
know?
a long time. Like 11 years ago, there was no such thing as gay marriage.
Isn't
It
that
wasn't
mad?
legal in the UK. So
Illegal.
it wasn't.
I know. It's just crazy to think.
It is so weird. And also, I feel like growing up, I never thought that gay men got married.
I didn't see any representations
Yeah.
of like even just gay men together as couples.
Yeah.
So we were 9 years into our relationship. We started to think more about getting married. And it was a new year, and Stuart said to me, are we going to get engaged this year? I suppose you might be thinking, like, whose job is it to actually do that process or ask the other person to get married? A lot of people thought it'd be you, right?
Yeah, because I am quite strong, I'm quite determined, I'm quite like, yeah, so are you. But I feel like I'm louder in that sense. And you always get what you want, but you just do it in a kind of, you're the neck going, and I'm the head.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. The reason he asked me is, are we going to get engaged this year, is because I was going to do it. And I had no idea, no plans yet, and I was like, yeah, yeah, of course, let's do it. When are you going to do it? I was like, I don't know, March? And I just plucked this month out of midair.
I was like, I'll put that in the diary.
Yeah, and he literally, about a couple of hours later, went and told 1,000 people on a Zoom call, I'm going to get engaged this year in March. I was like, oh God, for goodness sake, how the hell am I going to surprise you now? So I had no plans yet, and then it was January 2018, and Stuart was flying off to Maui. I couldn't go because I had another job. And I woke up like a couple of days later and just thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to fly halfway across the world and ask Stuart to marry me. He will not expect it. It will be the best surprise ever. Our cleaner came over our house. I shared my idea. She was like, go for it, just do it. Still unsure. I had a bit of work in that week. I messaged one of Stuart's best friends and I said, can you cover this teaching work that I have? And she's like, why, are you going to Maui? And honestly, I hadn't said anything, nothing to anyone else but my cleaner. So I was really, really surprised. I was like, yes, why? And she said, I had a dream last night that you flew to Maui and surprised Stuart. And that's all I needed. I was like, universe, more! I booked my flights and I was all set.
Hi everyone, so it is the night before I'm flying off to Maui, and this whole thing has just been an absolute whirlwind. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but I just know in my heart that this is the moment. I'm just writing a little card which is going to be the lead up to the big event. Yeah, I'm all prepped. I'm just praying that all the flights go fine and everything, because that's the bit that's out of my control. But I trust that everything's going to work out just perfectly.
So this is my suitcase. We have some tea lights which are going to go on the beach, and they're going to be lit up. Do you not want me to go, Dolly? Do you not want me to go? I'm going to see and propose to Daddy. You're so cheeky. That's the shirt I'm going to be proposing in.
Dolly doesn't want me to go. She's even lying on the shirt that Daddy's going to wear on the beach. So it's the night before I leave. My flight's at 6 AM tomorrow morning. I don't think I'll be able to sleep. I've just played the way it's going to go over and over and over in my head.
Francis, on the flight over, I called Francis and I was like, hi Francis, like, where are you? Or I text you saying, where are you? And you were like, oh, sorry, I can't speak right now. I'm at the train station with Lucy.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I said. So I was in Waterloo Station. Waterloo Station, I can't pick up, sorry. In the couple of days before I went, I started preparing all these things. I filmed content for my Instagram to make it seem like I wasn't there. I bought all these electrical candles because I wanted to put them on the beach and make a heart shape and propose to him that way. And then off I went to Maui.
So I'm here at the airport. I have not slept a wink, like literally nothing. I just couldn't. I just kept playing over and over in my scenario how it's going to go down. I mean, Rose was just talking through, just dropped me off, like all through the scenarios of finding my friend off. Like in the digital age, it's so hard to remain anonymous. But, ooh, so excited. I really hope I sleep on this plane because I'm exhausted. But I know it will be worth it. So I'm on my first plane of 3. I'm flying across the other way, flying across the whole world to make a big surprise. Hello, so this is my friend Ziara.
Hello.
We met on the plane and
He's now my best friend.
we're our best
Forever.
friends. Yes. So Stuart called me on the plane and I had to ignore it, and then I didn't tell you, but me and Stuart's mum arranged a decoy. She was like, oh, Francis is coming over later.
Oh, okay.
So,
that'll be nice.
Yeah, so
easy,
I'm coming
easy.
over here, so, and he's got paddleboarding, so I think it's better that
he'll be so busy. He's not
I
even
know. It's better that the messages go through than not.
Yes.
So-
Because then he'd be wondering where you were and why you weren't getting there,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you're
yeah.
responding, and if he checks to find friends and you're like not there.
Exactly.
Much better.
He's not that clever though. But we're crossing my fingers. I'm going to make my next flight.
Oh, I'm gonna be pushing people
We're
out of
gonna
the way.
push, yeah.
He's got places to be.
We got places to go.
Gotta go.
I'll update
Today's
you
the
later.
day.
Today is the day. Bye. So I've missed my connecting flight.
But it's okay. He's got me to drink with.
Yeah, we were going to have more fun. So I've got to wait 5 hours for the next flight. I've got to brainstorm. That's not
I'm
the
gonna
process.
help. Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Perfect. Rethink the whole proposal process. I'm so sorry, guys, but it makes a more epic video. Finally boarding for Maui. Another 6 hours. This is halfway across the world. You better be surprised. So I've arrived in Maui after the longest flight of my life, but it's raining here, so slight change of plan. I think I'm gonna have to surprise him and then do the proposal in the morning. I think that's the plan. I need to rethink the plan a little bit. It might need to be something in the morning when the light comes up. This is raining right now. It's not ideal.
So I got to the hotel. For some reason, like the clouds just started to clear and the stars just started to show up, and I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm doing this now. I started getting ready. I went to the hotel desk and said, can you tell me which room Stuart Armfield is in? And of course they couldn't tell me because of security reasons. So I had no idea what room he was in. I was dressed all ready to go, and I just thought, I said, can you get a message to him? And they said, yeah, we'll ask security to go knock on his door and give him whatever message you want. So I create this quick map, put all these like dots on leading to this location on the beach where I was going to put these candles. I said to the security man, when you knock on the door, when he answers, you have to say he has to act on it immediately, because he won't. He'll be like, oh, I'm too sleepy, I'm going back to bed.
So I've decided just to get changed and fuck it, just go for it now. It's 12:30 p.m. in the morning here, but my thing is I want it to be a surprise from the moment he sees me. I didn't want to do 2 surprises, so I'm going to do it straight away. Wish me luck.
So I'm sweating. I've just got reception to call security to drop an envelope off. We've got the camera ready, but it's very low light, so apologies if you can't see much. We're ready to go. You probably won't want to be able to see this, but the stars are out. We'll record it in the light. We'll do a replay. This one's for us.
And so the security guard taps on the door, and I was like, oh, because I was with lots of friends, I thought maybe they were like banging on my door trying to wake me up. So I was like, I'm gonna leave it to let them go away. And he banged on again, and I was like, oh God, this sounds important. And he's like, no. So I was like, hello. He's like, security. And I was like, oh God. Oh God, hello. And he was like, you've got to act on this immediately. So I was like, oh, okay. So I saw the piece of paper, and it was like France's handwriting, 100%.
And it was the 10th of January, which is our anniversary date. So it was like perfect.
Bang on. And then the first thing I thought, I was like, okay, there's 2 things here. It's our anniversary date, so he's either left me a present or he is the present. And so I thought, let me just check on, we've got Find a Friend, we know exactly where each other are at all times. So I was like, let me check Find a Friend, and it was off. So I was like, interesting.
I thought ahead.
So I brushed my teeth just in case it was Francis, and I went out the door and I walked up, and as I was walking up, I could see these like twinkly little lights in the distance, and honestly, I just burst into tears. I was just so overwhelmed with emotion. It was like, because in Maui, the warmth was so warm, and it was so
stars.
beautiful, and everything is just stunning. and lush and amazing, and I just saw these little stars, these little candles in a heart shape, and I saw France's face, and you were like literally like crying.
Stuart's walking around the corner, I'm ready, like in this heart shape, like
and I see Francis like dart off, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Literally, just as Stuart was walking around the corner, this perfect spot turned into a swimming pool because all of the what are they called?
Sprinklers.
Sprinklers turned on.
They're not like little sprinklers, they're like hoses.
I'm standing in this like shot. Thank God I had electric candles, they stayed alive. And I'm getting absolutely soaked. Stuart's walking towards me. I'm crying. He walks towards me, I'm getting soaked. I kind of get down on one knee, and I think I said something like, you know, I've always known that I want to get married to you, so I've flown halfway across the world to ask you, will you marry me? Get emotional just thinking about it. I didn't get a ring because I was like, how do I get this ring that Stuart's gonna like? So I got him like a really funny Titanic shaped
massive
plastic ring. Then we just hugged and embraced, and it was amazing. You know what? The sprinklers just made it more fun.
Yeah, it made it a bit more like wet t-shirt.
And you love things like that. In the summer, he's like getting the slip and slide out, and he loves like things like that.
It was so good. And we hugged and we kissed, and then the security guard obviously was watching the whole thing.
He was like,
yeah, well done, congratulations. If you need a witness, I'm your man.
And I'm just going to show you where I set up and the little walk that he had to do.
Never ever ask me how I've been. Remember why you have my number. I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time.
Then I started crying, so I was walking with tears in my eyes. From this moment on, and this is where I saw you jet across.
So basically, a minute before Stuart came, and set up perfectly with this like candles, electric candles all in the heart. All the sprinklers turned on.
With every breath we take, you're falling. I ain't got no time for romance, but baby, I don't want to.
What did I say? I don't know, I was crying and laughing.
This is really embarrassing.
I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me? And now we are just watching the sunset on our last night in Maui as fiancés. Serious boyfriends. Really aggressive boyfriends.
We're not married yet because of 2020, so we were meant to get married this year on our 10th anniversary, but because of the circumstances that couldn't happen. But actually,
we're saving it for something even more special.
Yeah, so we went from wedding to kids. That's why we're here right now making this channel. We're having kids.
Because this in 2020 was always the year. Like I've got very like set goals for myself always, and 2020 was always the year where we're going to start the process.
Yeah.
But because of lockdown, because of everything that happened last year, I just brought that forward, and I just think it will be so magical to have our two children there at
waddling
our wedding,
waddling down the aisle.
It's like it would
With
be
my
so
brother's
special.
kids as well. Oh,
It would be so special. So we have. Yeah, we've got all this to come. So I'm so pleased we're starting the YouTube channel now. So you get to see that, you get to experience us going through that process, and also having the most amazing wedding, which I just know when there's the weddings that I love the most are the weddings that are full of love and full of like just make you feel so amazing.
Yeah.
And so that's one wedding. That's what I want for our wedding as well.
I feel really grateful to live at a time where this is possible for a couple like us. And that's kind of one of the reasons we wanted to create this channel, is to show that, you know, normalize families like ours, and just, you know, just show that the love we have for each other and everyone else.
So that is over and out. If you did love this video, please like and subscribe. We definitely want to see you back here again. We've got so many more stories to tell you, and this is just the beginning for us.
This is just the beginning. Thank you guys, and see you later.
Over and out. We love you so much. Goodbye.
Do you like your ring, Stuart? I love my ring. So I didn't manage to film the actual proposal. But it actually went all a bit crazy because I set up everything and then 2 minutes before Stuart came, the sprinklers went off. It was wonderful. We got so wet. We got so wet.
Oh, he loves his rainbow.
It was so nice. As soon as I saw the little love heart in candles, I burst into tears and I couldn't stop crying.
Oh.
And then I walked over and I was like, oh god.
I felt so, it was so funny because you, I don't know, you do it in your head, but then when you do it in person, you're like, oh my god, what am I doing? This is so weird. I'm standing in a love heart.
But then we had to like keep dodging the really aggressive.
They were they
weren't like little.
They were hose pipes.
Hose pipes.
And the security man came to be the witness.
That was so weird.
He wanted to be part of it.
I wanted to be a witness.
It was so funny. Anyway,
We loved it.
we're gonna get up and have a